guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sonnet, the owner and creator behind Sonnet's Garden Blooms. Now in today's video, we are tackling day 18 of the 25 days of Thriftmas. So I cannot believe we are on day 18, first of all, and today we are going to be creating a vignette for that table and chairs that I upcycled yesterday. So follow along while I show you the process that I go through in creating a vignette. Do you guys remember when I picked up these Apothecary jars and this little cloche on a recent thrift haul? Well, if you've been following along for a while, I did. And I was so torn on whether or not I was going to keep these or if I was going to put them in one of my booths. And today I made the decision that the Apothecary jars are going to stay with me. I absolutely love them, and every time I find them while thrifting, I grab them. So I did pay, I think these might have been half price. So they were both marked $9.99, and I believe I did get them both at half price, so like $5 a piece. And then the little cloche, I think I ended up paying like $1.99 for that. And I thought with the white table and the big windows, this would be a perfect spot for them. So the first thing I did was I brought them inside and I washed them. And it just amazes me. Just having nice, clean glass makes everything all the more shimmery. So for the very first Apothecary jar, I decided to load it full of Chippy goodness. If you remember from my free thrift haul, I ended up getting a box of all these finials and just really fun chippy. I think these were actually feet off of something, some spindles, just all kinds of really cool stuff. So I loved these little feet. I ended up putting 3 of them in one of the Apothecary jars, and I just think it looked amazing. And the other one, I still want to use it somewhere in this vignette, but this is only the start. And I actually thought about putting those little finials somewhere. Eventually, I think they may fit in to my studio somewhere, but not this vignette. So for my second Apothecary jar, I decided I have all these books lying around. I took an X-Acto knife and I just cut out some of the pages. And what I plan on doing here is I'm going to roll them, and I roll a ton. So you better have patience if you're going to try this at home. It took me a while. And I roll them, and then I take my twine and I just wrap a piece of twine around each of the rolled pieces. I cut it and I just continue on and on. Now, I want to fill an Apothecary jar full of these pages. I just think it will add so much, and I just love all the vintage books. I would never do this to a vintage book, so I'm just taking a book that people tend to give me all their old books to upcycle, so that's what I'm going to do. And as you can see, I just continue to roll and roll and roll. So now that I have them all rolled, here's my little pile. And from here, let's fill the Apothecary jar. And there's really no rhyme or reason to it. I just start stuffing them in there. And then after they all get in there, I kind of arrange them just here and there. I want more of the writing to show. So if a few of them have more of a blank edge, I just twist it so you can see all the writing versus that blank piece of edge. And I just love how these look in this. And what do you guys think about this? So here we are, we have the 2 Apothecary jars full, and now let's start working on the cloche. Initially, I was going to put a base on the cloche. I held back and I decided I liked it just sitting right on the table. So you all know how much I love my little birds, and I decided to create a little tiny nest full of eggs to add to this vignette. So I just popped those little eggs in the nest, added some Spanish moss to it, and I thought that was the perfect little addition to that cloche. Now, I just felt like I needed something else. So I broke into my hoard of books and I decided I was going to go with green. I have a lot of green accents in here, but also in these little feet, there is that Chippy goodness green. So I moved the cloche over, I slid these books in, and then that fourth little foot, I decided to just plop it right on top of these books. And I thought that looked pretty darn amazing. But then I decided I needed some handles. And from that same free thrift haul, I ended up getting a bunch of all these handles. And I just thought that would have been the perfect addition to this little tiny vignette in my studio. So here it is. And now I'm just going to show you what it all looks like all tied together. So what did you guys all think? I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it was not super duper long, but honestly, as we are winding down to the holiday, things are becoming a little bit tight. So I just wanted to show you a little insight and what goes into creating a vignette for my home or my booth, or even my studio. So I hope you enjoyed that. Tomorrow I do have 5 thrift flips for you, items that I'm going to be putting into my studio, and I'm so excited because I get to keep these all for myself. So you guys have yourself a great evening, and I hope you had a wonderful weekend, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye.